Welcome to Ghost Vibes. For the ancient Roman Empire, legions were the backbone of its power, meticulously recorded and universally feared. Yet history holds an enduring, baffling enigma: the complete vanishing of an entire Roman army, the legendary 9th Spanish Legion, Legio IX Hispana. Their disappearance is not a simple defeat. It is a historical void, a mystery that has spanned nearly 2 millennia. The 9th Legion was one of the original military formations of the Roman Republic, dating back to Julius Caesar's campaigns in Gaul. They were veterans, highly decorated, and absolutely integral to the expansion of Roman power, serving loyally under Caesar himself. Their insignia, often featuring a bull, symbolized their brute force and unwavering determination. They played critical roles in the Roman civil wars and later in the conquest of Britain. To lose such a central, powerful unit was more than a military defeat. It was a profound historical shock. The Legion's last verifiable presence in the historical record places them in York, Eboracum, Britain, around 108 AD, where they were tasked with garrisoning the northern frontier against the fiercely independent tribes, particularly the Caledonians. Their assignment was critical: to secure the northern boundary that would eventually be defined by Hadrian's Wall. The official Roman military lists confirm they were there, yet by 120 AD, when construction on Hadrian's Wall began, the 9th Legion was simply gone. No military records account for their transfer, their disbandment, or their destruction in a known battle. The earliest and most dramatic theory of their demise is the massacre in the mist theory, popularized by archaeological and later fictional accounts. This theory suggests that the 9th Legion marched north into Caledonia, modern Scotland, to subdue a major rebellion in the harsh, unforgiving terrain. According to this narrative, the entire legion, potentially numbering over 5,000 experienced soldiers plus auxiliaries, was ambushed, encircled, and completely annihilated by native tribes in a devastating, unrecorded battle. The utter silence in the Roman record about this defeat is explained by the shame it would have brought to the Emperor Hadrian, leading to a deliberate erasure from official annals. Archaeological evidence of severe fighting and abandoned Roman installations in the Scottish lowlands supports the notion of an intense conflict, though definitive proof of the 9th's annihilation remains elusive. However, the British destruction theory struggles with conflicting military evidence. Later inscriptions found in Britain refer to individual soldiers who claimed to be veterans of the 9th Legion, suggesting the unit may have survived, or at least a large contingent was later reformed. Some historians argue the 9th was simply disbanded due to heavy losses and its veterans redistributed to other legions, an administrative reality rather than a cinematic disaster. This leads to the continental transfer theory, which suggests the legion was quietly transferred from the volatile British frontier to another hotspot within the empire. A significant contingent of the 9th soldiers is indeed verified to have been in Nijmegen, Germania Inferior, around 120 AD, assisting with construction. But the legion as a complete fighting unit disappears shortly thereafter. Evidence points to the possibility of the 9th being sent east, perhaps to deal with the major conflicts erupting under Emperor Hadrian against the Parthian Empire, or possibly deployed near Judea. The most provocative and perhaps historically plausible alternate theory concerns the Eastern Front and the Desert Void. Following the British evidence trail, a small number of Roman inscriptions referencing the 9th Legion have been found dating to the 2nd century near Mesopotamia. This suggests the legion was indeed transferred east, possibly to the Syrian or Judean fronts, to participate in the Jewish diaspora revolt, Bar Kokhba revolt, or the Parthian Wars. The Eastern Front was notorious for swallowing up legions. Battles were often brutal, and desert conditions made tracking large armies difficult. According to this theory, the 9th Legion faced a catastrophic defeat in the desert, perhaps encircled by Parthian cavalry or destroyed during the devastating siege warfare of the Bar Kokhba revolt. And the record of its destruction was suppressed to avoid emboldening Rome's powerful eastern enemies. The search for the 9th Legion, however, took an extraordinary turn with the story of the lost army of Cambyses and the ongoing archaeological efforts in the Egyptian desert. This theory, though controversial in linking the 9th to a much earlier event, relies on the idea that the legion was sent deep into the African interior. The true geographical mystery that has consumed decades of exploration focuses on the fate of another historically lost army. The 50,000-man army of the Persian king Cambyses II, which reportedly vanished in a sandstorm around 524 BC while marching across the Sahara. Some fringe researchers have speculated that the Roman Ninth Legion, or remnants of it, later met a similar fate during a punitive expedition into the desert against tribal incursions, swallowed whole by the vast, shifting dunes of North Africa. While highly speculative, the desert theory speaks to the completeness of the legion's disappearance. Modern archaeology continues to chip away at the mystery. The painstaking analysis of Roman pottery, coins, and military artifacts at various Roman forts in Britain and continental Europe confirms the Ninth's presence up to the 120s AD, but provides no definitive conclusion regarding their final destination or destruction. The final piece of conclusive evidence, a mass grave, a clear battle site, or a formal Roman decree detailing the legion's end, has never been unearthed. The enduring mystery of the Ninth Legion is a powerful reminder that even the most meticulous administrative machine in history, the Roman Empire, could fail to account for thousands of its best soldiers. The Ninth Legion transformed from a powerful military unit into a legendary ghost, forever marching north into the Scottish mist or vanishing into the eastern desert's oppressive silence. Their final fate remains an open-ended question, allowing the imagination to fill the void with scenarios of heroic last stands, desert ambushes, or the quiet shame of administrative dissolution. Until the day a definitive inscription or mass grave is found, the Ninth Spanish Legion will continue its march through history as Rome's great lost army. What do you believe happened to the Ninth Legion? Did they fall fighting in the mist of Caledonia? Or were they erased in the sandstorms of the East? Let us know in the comments below. Join Ghost Vibes as we continue to explore the great unresolved secrets of the ancient world. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.